And well, she got mad, so she left. And when I mean left, not just the call, she left the server. So I was like, okay, you know what? It's late. I'm gonna give her like 24 hours to chill the fuck out. I know how to deal with this, and then, you know, I'll deal with this stuff. 24 hours later, I was like, hey, by the way, you know, your schedule for this doesn't matter. Like, fucking me, I need this so I can fucking, what do you mean it doesn't matter? She's like, I quit. I'm like, if you're gonna quit, that's on you. What do you call it? And then she hit me with it's not like you cared anyways. I'm like, oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The amount of shit that I go through, I'm not gonna get hit with this. So we went back and forth for a bit. She finally shut the fuck up. And, you know, I started to get the hint of certain things. And so I was trying to, like, change subjects. And I was in, like, a fucking Discord call with the other homies, and, you know, in the Daniel is the chill chat. I was in there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Kiko, you're in it too, I think.
Yeah.
We brought you in for fucking push the button.
Yeah, you did. You guys did.
Anyways, so, she's like, hey, BC. And I'm like, what do you mean? No, I'm fucking busy. You know, or you're trying to have a good time, relax, yell at Meta a bit, you know, things that I enjoy. And she's like, please, it's a character thing. And I'm like, I'm busy. She's like, please, 5 minutes? I'm like, no. Come on, it's just 5 minutes.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking greatest lie ever told.
Yeah, no. Just 5 minutes, trust me. I know that one.
Yeah, same thing.
Except I know it in a different way, but yeah. Best lie ever. Just 5 minutes.
Best lie. So anyway, she, you know, I'm like, fine, 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes. Lasted about 2 hours.
Excuse me, sorry.
Like, you know, there was enough time for my McDonald's order to arrive, because I had ordered McDonald's like half an hour before.
Yeah.
For that to arrive, and get cold by the time the conversation was done.
Oh.
And she was drunk as well. Yeah. That was fun. So, you know, she got really emotional. She's like, oh, you know, I feel this and that. You're the only one. And I'm like, fuck.
Wait, like, you're the only one who cares, or the only one that she's into?
She's like, you're the only one who knows how to handle me.
You're the only one who understands me. You're the only one who understands how I feel.
Gotcha.
Basically that. Daniel's got it pretty down pat. And I'm like, listen, you're not special. I'm like this with everyone. And she's like, no, you don't understand. You make me happy and this and that. You have to make me happy. And I'm like,
it's like, no, you don't understand.
I'm like, no, you need to stop. I'm like, I don't like where this conversation is going. She's like, oh, you just don't understand. And I'm like, I'm over here, I'm like, I'm starting to think that I do. And I'm dense as shit. And I'm afraid that I understand. And she's like, hey, can I tell you a secret? I'm like, no. She's like, no. I like this. Please. I'm like, fine, what's your secret? You mean a lot to me. And I'm in love with you. I'm like, fuck! Damn it!
Oh,
Son
no.
of a bitch! And I'm like, yeah, you feel disappointed. And so she started getting real emotional. She's like, why do you hate me? I'm like, it's less that I hate you, it's more of I just don't like you in that way. And so eventually she's like, okay, well, you know, if you're not gonna love me back in that way, you have to break my heart. I'm like,
Jesus
that's
Christ!
come on. Come on. She's like, come on, do it. And I'm like, okay, it'd be better to, you know, the reason why I don't love you, and I will never love you in that way, is because I see you much like a dog that I found on the side of the road and that I take care of. And, well, you know, there was some crying after that. Like, a lot of ugly crying. A bunch of I love yous. A bunch of begging for me to say that I love her, even if it's a lie. And a little bit of horniness on her end, because drunk.
Yeah.
And, you know, by the end of it, I was exhausted.
Well, damn.
And I just wanted to eat my fucking McDonald's, but it was cold.
Wait, what did you order from McDonald's?
I ordered a fucking double quarter pounder with the, you know, the fucking side of large fries, and Dr. Pepper, just some light ice. All the ice was gone by the end of it.
You
The
know,
fries
honestly,
were cold as shit.
you know, honestly, if I was in that position, I probably would have been a dick, and like, when she's being emotional and being honest, I would have started to be like, oh, that's really interesting.
Birth control. See,
You
that is the thing.
you should have just eat. Honestly, dude, if she was willing to be like, well, 5 minutes, please, just 5 minutes, like, come on, this 5 minutes. If she was willing to waste your time with 5 minutes, then you should have been like, hey, listen, you said 5 minutes. We're talking for 20 minutes now. I have my food. The least I can do is eat my goddamn food while you're talking.
See, I was trying to give myself an out, because I'm like, no, this girl's a drunk mess. There is no reasoning with her at the moment. You know, no matter how many times I break it to her. So
Then
I'm
you
like,
should have
listen,
just eaten your food,
no,
man.
listen. I was like, hey, my food's getting cold. Can I go now? She's like, no, just eat your food now. I'm like, it's rude to eat in the presence of other people. Also, I like to eat at my, you know, my dining room table.
And it's also rude to say that, hey, I just want 5 minutes, and for her to basically say, like, I need someone to listen to me. And to do that, Javi, the next time someone does that, if you have food, just fucking eat your food. I'm not the one to tell people what to do, but Javi, my brother, the next time that shit happens and you're in that situation and you have food and you're worried about it getting cold, if they're wasting your time, don't waste your damn food.
Yeah.
Just eat
Oh
your food.
God, I've learned to either not order food if I'm gonna like be forced to be a therapist, or I'll just be like, hey, I'm gonna eat first and then we're gonna do this.
Yeah, you know, I would
despite
say
the fact
eat
that it was an
first.
excuse, I still stand by the fact that, you know, I don't like to eat around other people unless we're like sitting at the same table.
Uh-huh.
It feels kind of rude to me.
I don't like doing that either. I don't. You know? But if this is something totally different. If you just didn't want to be there and you knew this person was just gonna talk and you ordered food, then you may as well just not let your food go to waste, man. You paid for it. And we all know that McDonald's food, it tastes terrible when it's cold. The
Dude,
fries are
on God, that
awful.
was like the worst. Okay, not the worst burger I've had from McDonald's. You know what? They've given me some shitty burgers.
Yeah.
Oh, but like that was pretty up there.
It
Like, you
probably
know,
which sad because it was just cold.
it was sad for a lot of reasons. One, because that's like the first time I've ever had to directly break a woman's heart like that. And also because it was fucking cold. And it was like the last bit of my money that I had spent, and I hadn't gotten my stimmy yet.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, fuck, this was my equivalent of the last meal. And this is it. It's fucking cold. So sad. So fucking sad. And now I'm that bitch's therapist. Or, I was always that bitch's therapist, but now it's weird for me because now I'm fucking one of the issues. And that's just a weird conversation to have.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
And she was like, today she messaged me. She's like, hey, so therapy today, right? I'm like, fucking, I guess. We'll do therapy before I podcast. Which that's why it ran a little long. Because she was finishing up.
Was she also,
She wasn't drunk this time.
Okay.
No, she fucking after that Monday, she messaged me Tuesday morning. I'm over here exhausted, walking my ass to work, and she texted me. Okay, so I don't remember any of what happened last night. We're not gonna talk about it. Because even if she didn't remember, she was sending me messages still, even after I had left the call. Like, she was like, I could be all yours, you just have to say the word. When she started sending those messages, I just ignored her. I was like, no, I am not playing this game right now. I am exhausted mentally and physically. Physically because this was a shitty ass burger and I was working all day. And then mentally because it was a shitty ass burger. I was like, damn, if I was gonna have some food cold, I would have gotten like chicken or something. At least that's pretty decent. Usually. Yeah. Not the nuggets, but like from somewhere else. Maybe some churches. I don't know.
Yep.
That's actually pretty good. Have you guys ever had Church's chicken cold?
I have
no.
actually.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, that's actually not too bad.
I know. You'd be surprised. I mean, when it came to me and Church's chicken, it was actually a time where I was recovering from a night out of drinking. My mom still had some leftovers, and she was like, "Oh yeah, you can heat up the chicken." And I was like, "Well, I'll just eat it as is." And I never looked at the chicken the same, and I practically said, "Fuck it. If I get salmonella, it's worth it." But yeah, it's pretty delicious.
Yeah, that's usually the reason why. What do you call it? My mom always got mad at me whenever I was fucking eating some cold Church's chicken, which it's good as fuck. I don't give a shit what my mom fucking said. It was delicious. But she was like, "No, you're gonna get salmonella." I'm like, "But it's good though. Why do good things have to taste bad?"
It's the way in the world, my friend. Sometimes the best things in life are a sin. But how can it be a sin if it feels good?
So speaking of sad things and bad things with fast food joints, Subway fucked up my order big time, and I refused to go to them for 5 months until they learned their lesson.
I mean, to be fair, Subway was never all that good. I'm
like, no lie. My mom and my dad, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're hungry. Like, we're craving something simple, something that like we want to have." So I was like, "Oh, well, like, what do you guys want to have?" I'm like, "Oh, let's get Subway since it's just down the street. You can pay and then bring back the sandwiches within like 5 to 15 minutes, depending on traffic and if there's a line." And so pretty much I go to Subway and I tell them my orders in like specifically, and I have them read it back to me just to make sure they got the order right. They did. But when it came to the window, they had given me a bag, and I was like, okay, I see a foot long and a 6-inch, but in my head I was like, oh, maybe they put one of the 6 inches above the other one to make it look like a foot long,
Yeah.
So I got home and I was like, oh, I'm ready to eat, and I opened up the bag, there was only one 6-inch and 1 foot long. Both of them happened to be tuna fish with spinach, ranch, mayo, and tomatoes, and not even toasted. And I was like, hold the fuck up. So, I went back and I told the people, I was like, hey, I fucked up my order. I didn't eat the food, but yeah, this is what I ordered. And I showed them the receipt, and then I proceeded to show them the sandwich specifically. And one of the people were like, oh, we're so sorry, do you want us to make you like another sandwich? And I was like, no, I just want to inform you guys of like how shitty you did on this my order, because I waited about like a good 15-20 minutes for you guys to get the stuff handled, since how do you say it, since my order was kind of long and it was very detailed, like very specific. And they were like, oh, you can keep the sandwich, we can, make you the new ones, you don't have to pay. And I was like, no, thank you. Just, I'm not gonna be that over dramatic person and be like, oh, I want to throw a hissy fit because I'm I'm a regular or whatever. It's like, I hope you guys don't fuck up on other customers' orders. Have an awesome day. I threw the sub in the trash because it's already been opened twice, and I really hate tuna. And I just went straight to Whataburger, and I was like super livid. But at least with Whataburger, they got my order, my mom's order, and my dad's order correct with like all the right drinks. And shit, they gave us like extra fucking ketchup too. So something, I was a happy boy.
That's why if you ever do the drive-thru, I've made it a point now. Even if I'm pretty confident that people get my order right, just check right there.
Yeah.
If anyone makes a big deal out of it, you tell them, hey, they can wait their fucking turn. I've had many instances where I've gone to a McDonald's or a Wendy's or even like Buffalo Wild Wings, and I would leave, go home, find out that they ruined my order, and have to drive back and like show them the receipt, like, hey, you messed up my order, and then they'll give me the correct food this time. So I'm just making a point that anytime I ever have to go get food through the drive-thru, or I take it out, I'm never leaving it until I know that food is correct. If there's even one thing wrong, I'm going back inside. I'm like, hey, I said, boneless wings, or I wanted the burger plain, nothing on it. This has like a whole bunch of cheese and topping on it. It's like, I didn't want cheese.
I mean, to be honest, Kiko, I'm surprised that you didn't want to fucking take, the fucking
Refund?
Yeah, the refund at the very least.
No, it wasn't a refund they offered me. It was just like, hey, we can redo the sandwiches for free. Like, you don't have to pay for them, since clearly this was like too huge of a mistake. But it's just that, how do you say it? I just don't like, if my order's fucked up once at a place, I take my time to, give myself some space away from that fast food joint. And then when I feel like it, go back, try to see how their service is. If it's good, cool, I'll come back, but not like on a regular basis, like a once in a while type of deal. And if they continuously fucked up, I would push my, I would give myself that hold, like a little hold, saying, this many months until you go back to before you go back with this fast food joint. I've done it with Wendy's multiple times, and same with McDonald's, which is why I barely even go to McDonald's now.
I understand where you're coming from, because you trust that place, for a long time, and then they ruin the order. And the first time it's like, I'll let it slide, but I will tell them, hey, you didn't get my order right. But like the next time, it's like, okay, seriously, what the hell?
Yeah.
You ruined my order again. So either you give me my money back, or you give me what I asked for.
Yeah.
And that's my rule. Like, actually, honestly, if a place messes up my order, I will make a deal out of it. Like, I will go back there and be like, hey, I ordered this. And if they offer to give me my money back, and they don't want to make me the food again, I'll just take the money. Be like, yeah, then give me a refund. But if they offer to make the food correctly, and they do, then I'll take the food. Because that's their job, too. You know? It's their job to make the food correctly, and if they don't, and you feel like they ruined your order, then you should say something about it. Because then they'll be like, oh, we're sorry. You know, we'll promise not to do it again. And I had a similar thing that actually happened this week with Wendy's. My mom ordered the salad from my grandmother. Ordered, it was a chicken sandwich, and I wanted the spicy nuggets, but they didn't give me the spicy nuggets. They just gave me the regular nuggets. But my mom didn't know until she got home, and she even said, like, I wanted spicy nuggets, and they were busy. From what I heard, like, there were a lot of people there, a lot of people in the drive-thru. So I can understand the one side where, you know, you have a lot of people, and you probably are very, very hectic, very busy. You may accidentally mess up something, but my retort is, wouldn't that make you want to be a little bit more vigilant to make sure you don't screw up someone's order? Because if someone does get a wrong order, and they find out, and they make a big deal out of it, then that comes back on you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like, I can understand getting the money back. I never like trying to get the food a second time. I feel like they're just gonna spit in it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why if you go there, you don't come off as an asshole. Just say, hey, I ordered this, I actually got this. If you say it politely, or at least you don't be like, hey, you fucking assholes, I ordered this shit and I got this, what the fuck is this? If you don't do that, then they're probably less inclined to spit in your food. Maybe. I don't know. I can't speak for everyone.
I mean, less inclined doesn't mean that they're still not gonna do it.
I know. I know. You know. But thankfully, like, every single place that I've been to that has gotten my order wrong, some of the people actually know me. They know I can be, like, very polite, very respectful, because I understand being in fast food. It can be very, very difficult. It can be a very demanding kind of job. So I try not to be a dick. I try to be understanding, and some of the people do know that I try not to be a dick. But you're right. I don't know what goes back on there in the kitchen, so who knows. But I will say this. I haven't gotten sick yet. I'm fine. Healthy. So far, I haven't had any bad experiences, so... Until that happens, though, I will say something, but until then, I got nothing.
My man would be raising a good point. By the way, welcome to the RIP Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We're like 11 minutes in when we do the intro. This ain't the place we've done it before.
Nope.
Joining me, I've got our usual cast. The man who will tell you when you get it wrong. We've got Daniel.
That's my intro, huh? Alright, cool. Hi, everybody.
And then the man who does not like tuna, Kiko.
How's it going, guys?
And then we've got, guess what? I'm introducing myself this time. We've got myself, your co-host, or you're rather, the host, the motherfucker who will absolutely get a refund from fucking DoorDash if you take like an extra half an hour to deliver the
Hi, Dad.
Okay, so fucking. Hang on. It wasn't even DoorDash. I'm not gonna trash on DoorDash. Yeah.
Was it Grubhub?
It was Postmates, actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
good.
I saw your I saw your tweet about it.
Yeah, which, I mean, here's the thing. Like, you know, I don't order that much. Mainly because I'm poor. But when that stimmy hit, I was like, oh, I get to eat, like, out for once. Holy shit. Goodbye, ramen.
Brother's getting paid. No more dino chicken nuggies.
On tortillas.
Man, fuck you.
Hey, I said no. Hey, I just said the dino nuggies. That's all I said. Now, if Allie were here, she'd be.
God damn it.
Hey, if Allie were here, she'd be making a bigger deal out of it. You're
Yeah.
making a bigger deal out of it.
She like fucking mom.
Anyways, what do you call
like
it?
a motherfucking king.
So, you know, Grubhub had already fucked up my order with Taco Bell for the week, so I'm like, you know what, we're gonna get Postmates. We're gonna get some fucking, we're gonna get some Arby's. Fuck it, they got fucking white cheddar mac and cheese and a fucking, a smokehouse steak sandwich. Sure, sounds pretty hog, right? Now it fucking comes with barbecue sauce. Yeah, let's get it. And it's like, okay, the order's gonna take about, like, fucking an hour to get here. I'm like, okay, cool. I've ordered it with, like, more than enough time. It's a while until I have to get ready and leave for work. An hour passes. I'm like, so where's the motherfucker who's delivering at? And I take a look. What do you call it? And he's further south than the restaurant.
Jesus Christ.
And it's like, your order will be on the way. And I'm like, is it? Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure it's not.
I'm like, I don't even know where this dude is at.
So here's my question: do you have to pay for the food up front, like when you place the order, or
Yeah,
you do?
you pay up front for the fucking for the food. What do you call it? And then they charge you extra too, just to make sure that it fucking goes through.
Jesus fuck.
So I'm like, okay, fucking whatever, that's fine. But then if it's late, then that's an issue. So I don't know where this asshole is. I have to wait another half an hour for the food. Like, I have enough time to get mad about it and think to myself, yeah, we're gonna fucking make a tweet about it. I didn't even actually, at Postmates. They just responded to my tweet, and I'm like, huh, crazy.
So what did they end up saying?
Well, they were, okay, so they subtweeted me. They were like, hey, we're sorry that this happened. Feel free to, DM us with your goddamn information. Just hit us up with that whole, your email address and this and that. I'm like, look, even if I do that, that doesn't get me my food. So, I didn't. I didn't bother. I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I finally got my food. And the dude, he's like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry, man. And I'm like, you're late. And so I took my food and I closed the door in his face. I'm like, asshole. Absolute asshole. Jesus.
Fucking prima donna right there.
I would have done the same damn thing, honestly. This motherfucker shows up an hour late with my food, and he's supposed to be working for Postmates. That's his job. Come on, man.
Damn, that's the thing. It's like, I've been ordering for years now. And I have always sung praises for Postmates because they take pictures of the receipt. You know where your money's going. You know, they're basically the most transparent about everything when you compare them to like DoorDash. Because DoorDash, they'll fucking straight up rip you off. And I know for a fact that a lot of times, back when I worked at Baskin Robbins, the fucking drivers would buy themselves something else with your money, by the way. And charge it to the card.
Oh my god, I was literally about to ask that.
Wait, hang on. Nah, here's the trick that they would do. They would make sure that it was something small, because every fast food, or not fast food, every fast food delivery place, like whether it's Grubhub, Postmates, or DoorDash, they'll charge you a little bit extra just in case the order comes up to be more than they thought it was going to be. That way it gets approved. What the DoorDash drivers would do is they knew that. So, they'd kind of ask how much the order was going to be, and so they would get themselves something small and then charge it to the cart, like along with the order. And they're like, oh, no, you don't have to bag up that one. That one's for me. What?
Wow, so they would literally make the customer that's already paying for their order pay for the driver to have just a little something extra on the side. But it's like, maybe like a small cone or something, something that's not noticeable.
Which, here's the thing, like, in the case of, what do you call it? So, with Postmates, you tip afterwards, which I like that, because, that driver, ain't no fucking tip for that asshole. But with DoorDash and Grubhub, you tip before. But Grubhub, it's fine, because they're also pretty transparent, and they work with a lot of restaurants, so you're not paying too much more with them.
Yeah.
But, DoorDash will absolutely fuck you on that. They're real fuckers.
Yeah, I never knew this. I've actually never personally used it, although Jasmine has ordered food for me one time when I was working late. I was doing a 7 to 12, and I couldn't get any food. It was like 8 o'clock, so the restaurant that's like right next to the station was closed. But I wanted wings, and she actually placed an order for Buffalo Wild Wings for me. I don't remember which one she used. I need to ask her, but it wasn't Postmates. I'm pretty sure it was DoorDash. I think that's the one that they used. And the person who, gave the food was really nice. She did it super quick, parked right in front, very professional, very quick. It took about like maybe 15-20 minutes, which is honestly not too bad considering this was late night. This is from Buffalo Wild Wings at Summit Park and then up Mesa, so that's not too bad, especially if you don't really know like how to get into that front entrance, because I know it can get kind of tricky.
Yeah.
So I haven't had any bad experiences, but then again, I've only had one. Jasmine has not had anything that bad, thankfully. But hearing this shit, this is something like if my mom heard, she'd be like, "Oh hell to the no!" Like that's why I don't use them, because she's kind of like the similar thing. Like she's very, very like she doesn't want anyone touching the food. She doesn't want anyone like picking off the food, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had DoorDash drivers take off with my food. Which, it actually happened on this podcast. I remember. I think I'd ordered a Carl's Jr. And I started the podcast. It was back when they fucking first released the collectible action figures in GTA. Because you guys were hunting for them, in the background. While I was just, waiting for my goddamn food.
Oh, yeah.
It happened during that day.
Yeah. So, I'm over here waiting to eat something. And no, fucking, it took forever. And it's like, oh yeah, your fucking dude is arriving. And I'm like, okay, cool. Real easy. I was like, alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go, you know, go fucking grab my food. And then I go out to meet the driver, and it's got the little fucking mini map with my, you know, with my apartment complex on there. And it's like, oh, yeah, your food's been delivered. I'm like, what? I fucking say psych right now. Because you're full of shit.
Yeah. What's it called? My coworker, his wife decided to use, I think it was DoorDash or Grubhub. Whoever works with CC's. She decided to, you know, get him and her food for when he got off shift. And immediately, you know, I'm with a dude. She calls him and she's like, oh, I'm so happy. And he's like, why are you so happy? She's like, I got more food than I wanted. And he's like, how? And that, according to her, that supposedly, like whatever company she used to order the food, told her, oh yeah, you can't, oh yeah, we can't deliver to this area because of like whatever reason. And she got pissed because she used them before. She would always get the same order, but for whatever reason happened this time. And that yeah, you know, the company was just like, yeah, we can't send you the food your way because of this reason, which was like where she lived and how far the fast food company was, which isn't pretty far because the coworker, he actually lives like maybe a good 5 minutes away from me, and that's like going from my place to the gateway. And yeah, so you know, she went ahead and called up the company. Was like, hey, I've ordered from you guys before. I never got this trouble. Why are you guys refusing to, you know, deliver my food? And they, you know, they pretty much got scared because she, according to my coworker, his wife was very yeah, she's very angry, especially when she's hungry.
I mean, to be fair though, if she's ordered before and they gave her no problem in the past, and then all of a sudden they're starting to now, I probably would have had the same thing too. Like, hey, what the fuck? I ordered like from this place many times and it's delivered from here. Why all of a sudden you're making a big deal? Like, you can't place in like. You can't give me my food because I'm too far when I know I've ordered from you fuckers before. What the hell is that shit?
I've had a Chinese place do that to me before where, what do you call it? So, this Chinese place, they deliver like within 2 miles. And I'm within that 2 miles. You know, I know. Because the first time I ordered from them, just try them out, they delivered. But then, you know, I was trying to order from them again, and, what do you call it? I like to do the fucking online ordering thing. They had a website. And it's like, oh, we're sorry, it's too far. I'm like, bullshit. And they'll show you a map. What do you call it? But the issue was this time, for some fucking reason, the map's like, oh, we're sorry, you're too far. But the reason why it was too far this time and not the last time is for some reason the map was directing them to fucking take the fucking freeway. And I'm like, there's no reason to take the freeway. If anything, that might take longer. Of course it's gonna be fucking, you know, I'm out of range that way. You know, there's this main street right here that you can take, and it's super direct. Why the fuck are you gonna take the fucking, the freeway?
Yeah.
It's like, too far. And I'm like, what?
You know, sometimes these, delivery apps, they're a pain, and sometimes they're a blessing. But I will admit, ever since Whataburger had released their app,
They have an app?
Yeah, Whataburger has an app.
Yeah, they've had an app for a while.
Damn. Shit.
What's even cool is that every once in a while, when I'm at work, I'll just like, I won't pack myself any lunch. And what I would do is go on the app, I would prepare my order, get it ready for curbside, and just put a time limit of when I should be arriving, and take off from work just to go and pick up the food, come back, like punch out, punch in, and work. But it's called so yeah, their app has never failed me at all. I've done what's it called? I had use the app once to do an order, but I had to pick it up through drive-thru. That was the fastest fucking order that I've ever done. It's like the last time I will ever use it, because I enjoy curbside eating more.
Nice. I haven't used the app yet. I'm just kind of lazy. There's really no good excuse why I haven't. I'm just fucking lazy.
Oh yeah, I guess, dude.
If I want Whataburger, I'll just go through the drive-thru like a basic bitch, skip the food, and go.
Dude, what's even
Or
cool
go
about this
inside.
app? What's even cool about this app is, like, let's say if you have a straight go-to order. Like for me, it's the number 4 with grilled jalapenos, grilled chile, and chili, what is it? Green chili, grilled peppers, and onions.
Yep.
And then like with fries and the drink large. And that's like my main go-to order on this app. Like if let's say I'm in the mood to eat, like to go ahead and get that, with I just go onto the list, look up the recent orders, choose the most recent one, whatever, and then same, like it'll make sure that everything looks the same. If not, you can change it, and then how do you say it? And then after that, you just put the time of when you want to pick up the food, and you're good to go. And I've used that feature so much that I've actually gotten used to just sticking with my usual order.
I mean, that's what I do with Grubhub. Whenever I order from fucking Taco Bell.
What's your main go-to order from Taco Bell?
Okay, so this is what defines man. Crunchwrap Supreme, no lettuce, no tomatoes, extra seasoning. I do also like their fucking nacho party pack. What do you call it? Yeah, that's good because you can get both chicken and beef on it. And I can also throw a little piece of my cat. So, it's fun for the whole family.
Yeah, even your son loves it.
Okay. What about you, Danny? What's your go-to order?
Well, with all the items taken off, I usually get that spicy potato soft taco they have, or classic crunchy tacos. I'm not a big fan of the Doritos local tacos. They're not bad, but I don't know. If I want the Doritos shells, I would just get Doritos chips. Which, if you do want to get me Doritos chips, I always go for the flaming hot ones. They are the bomb.
Ooh, learning out.
I know.
Right?
Oh yeah, gotta melt that porcelain. But yeah, that's what I usually get. And of course, you can't forget about the cinnamon twists. Those
Oh, dude, I love the cinnamon twist.
And they're only $1, so they're so affordable.
No, I remember I really liked the cinnamon twists when I was a young lad. No, they're okay.
I mean, they're $1, so it's like if you want to get something like very quick, very cheap, but it'll hold you over. There you go.
I mean, I like the fucking Crunchwrap Ravens box. $5, you get the fucking Crunchwrap Supreme. You get a fucking 5-layer burrito.
And you get a taco.
Get a taco, and they give you a little fucking cinnamon crunches.
Heck yeah.
Yep, there you go.
And the
Goes in the box.
Fucking, those have tided me between checks so many times. I'm over here like, man, I can't even. Wait a minute, I got $5 to Taco Bell.
Oh yeah. Speaking of checks, Kiko, you got yours last week.
Yeah.
Abby, you got yours this week.
This week after I filed my taxes.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I got my tax refund after like a month waiting, but I have not gotten my stimmy. I'm still kind of in the mode of still waiting.
Who's your bank?
Well, that depends. It's like
Here's a better question. Did you get the first and second one?
I've gotten both taxes, both stimmies. I've gotten both.
Okay.
But
Now, when you got them, what do you call it? Was it direct deposit or was it by check?
it was direct deposit. I know that because it went through my checkings, and I think it was even like last year too. Like it took a while for me to get my first one and my second one too. So it took me almost like a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks after everyone else had gotten theirs. It took me a while. Maybe it's just base, like who gets their stimmies first, depending on what they fucking do, like as a job occupation. I don't know.
Tough to say.
People in the radio business get no love whatsoever. Gotta wait for our stimmies.
Yep. Listen, you know, there was a government worker who called in to get their song played. You just didn't pick up the phone, bro. They weren't the lucky caller.
Oh, you know what?
Speaking
of which, you know those warranty numbers? Yeah, I fucking hate them. They actually called me at work.
Oh,
but
that fucking extended warranty thing?
Yeah, but they didn't call me on the request line because we have like 2 main numbers. Or 3, technically, if you count like the morning show number. We have 2 during the regular hours that people can call in. We have the KLAQ request line, but then we have the hotline. That's for the studio, and that's only for people who actually work there. So that people know, like, hey, there's maybe a coworker. Hey, I need to be coming in the building, you know, because I maybe left the keys. Or, hey, this is my boss. Can you do something while you're there? You know, that's only for employees. I got the fucking call in the studio yesterday, and the phone went off, and it wasn't a request line, it was a studio line, so I thought, oh shit, it may be important. I call, and then I was like, KLAQ. I'm like, the extended warranty on your vehicle has expired. Click. You fuckers! You reached me, and you knew I could fucking let that shit slide. They're getting crafty, and I hate it.
So
It's
remember,
weird how crafty they're getting, to be honest.
I know. It's almost scary. Pretty soon, they're going to be disguising themselves as OnlyFans account
oh my god.
for horny waifus and horny weebs. It's going to be ridiculous.
It's only a matter of time till it's like, hey, I'm the hot single in your area. It's like, oh, hell yeah! Okay, so about your extended warranty. What? Fuck! I was trying to get laid!
It's like,
You meet a really nice girl, you know, it's great, it's going well. She takes it back to her place.
and before she takes off her clothes.
No. she opens up her legs, and you're like, oh, it's about to go down. Upon your extent, what? Where's the voicing? Why is there a phone in here?
I actually had
I don't have a vehicle.
Do you have a story, Kiko? Is this where you're going?
Yeah, it's not like one of those very intense stories, but like it falls under the crafty.
Does this count as your degenerate story?
I mean, we might as well.
Are you going to talk about a phone that you found?
No, I was gonna talk about a phone call with those people of the extended car warranty.
They're not people at this point.
Okay, robots.
Yeah. No, they're aliens. They're aliens. They know how to control the planet. We know how to control human males. I mean humans.
Actually, hang on. Before we get into Kiko's story, actually, talking about robots. So, I like to use the automated system to pay my fucking phone bill. And I have Verizon. And, you know, on occasion, I'm a little late with my bill, like a month or two. And, you know, I'm sure they wanted to, like, be all friendly and shit. But whenever I call, and, you know, the fucking robot answers and goes, "Hi, Javier," I'm like, okay, hold up. That sounds threatening. No. I did not like that. Like, the first time I ever had that happen, I was calling to pay my bill at like 6 in the morning. I was half asleep. I was late as fuck, and I knew it. And just that, I saw the fucking, you know, I saw the face of God in that moment. I was afraid.
Did you learn to not try to pay your phone bill at 6:30 in the morning?
And yo, fuck it, now I only pay my phone bill if I'm fully awake, because that's gonna scare the shit out of me every time.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Anyways, Kiko, your story?
Alright, so I know Daniel didn't I think I told Daniel about this, but there was a point where I actually did get bamboozled by the extended car warranty place, and you know, they would do everything in their power to try to keep me. And so one day I actually had forgotten to put a coworker's number in, and they had the Arizona area code. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, this is going to be my coworker's number. I'm going to memorize it. But the one thing I didn't memorize was the last number. And so, during work, you know, I hear my phone going off, and I'm like, I wonder who's calling. It might, you know, just to see that these coworkers it is. Especially the Arizona area code, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's this coworker. Let me see what they want. So I answer, and all I hear is the whole like gist about the extended car warranty. So I'm like, all right, now hang on. Straight up, not even an entire minute passing by. Same thing, same area code, number looks all the same except for the last number. So I was like, alright, whatever, fuck it, I'm gonna answer. And instead of the automated voice message telling me about my car's extended warranty, I actually had somebody on the line, and they're like, hey, yeah, you owe us money. And I was like, hey, yeah, I thought, you know, I was gonna, you know, get removed off the list. And they're like, oh yeah, you're off the list, but, you know, we wanted to call and make sure that, everything was okay with you if you needed warranty. And so, you know, I hang up. And so the next night, I see I see scam, ignore scam, whatever. And so at one point, I decided to knock out during my break because for some reason I was fucking tired. I wake up, I see, the same area, Arizona area code, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, for sure this one's my coworker. And notice that I'm still like half asleep or whatever. So I answer, and I'm talking to this person like as if they were my coworker. And they're like, oh yeah, we need your help in this part of the school. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll be there. And they're like, oh yeah, is there, I was just like, what else do you want me to do for you before I go over there? I shit you not, they're like, honestly, don't be mad. Is it?
Okay, that's never a good sign. You tell anyone, promise not to be mad. That's an instant red flag right there.
Yeah. And who was it that, what was the next thing that was said? Like, we're calling to talk to you about your private extended warranty. And I was like, the motherfucker, you caught me at a very, very bad time, but you used my naivety to your
advantage.
Yeah. And ever since then, I actually I went with the T-Mobile, like little, I guess they're, they have like this little thing where you can actually,
Whoops.
oh no, I crushed. Damn, I can shot him back. But yeah, I used T-Mobile's little plan to actually remove most of the scam calls, and I took the extra precaution to actually how do you say it, to block the numbers as well, and I even made sure that like the coworker's phone number is their phone number and no one else's. But I was just impressed by that craftiness. It's like, hey, this guy's half asleep. Let's fuck him over. Because that sounds nice right about now.
I mean, it did get
What, getting fucked over right now?
Wait, what?
You said that sounds good right now. I was asking what getting fucked over right now sounds good right now.
I like to get fucked over by Taco Bell. And that
I mean, I'm
Diablo
gonna get
sauce.
fucked over by Taco Bell. All you gotta do is tell them an order, and then you said, "Oh no, that's not what I ordered." So what the hell you mean? That's exactly what you ordered. No, I ordered this, 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 and then they give you a wrong order on purpose, and then you're like, "Yeah, there you go." Or you just make the most complicated order possible, and you expect them to get it. You expect them to get it right, but you know that there's no way you're gonna get this fucking right. That's how you get fucked over by Taco Bell.
But what if they do get it right somehow?
Then that Taco Bell.
They got it right.
Then that Taco Bell is the Taco Bell of the whole entire century. That is the Taco Bell to go to for once. That is the tacoest of bells. God damn it!
I'm gonna be real. I've been seeing all these goddamn, when that stimulus payment hits, like, all right, you go to Pop John's. I want to talk to the Papa, and I'm like, I want to go to Taco Bell with that fucking singular. I want to see the dog. Bring me the Taco Bell dog.
Oh, that's right. They have a dog.
Well, they had a dog. They had the Chihuahua. I'm pretty sure he's dead now, which is unfortunate because Chihuahuas don't live 20 years old.
Rest in peace, Chihuahua.
I know.
You
got
live
all
on heart.
You will forever wanting Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Quiero nuts.
You know, no, we're not talking about dogs, dead dogs. All right, we're gonna talk about something else. Kiko, tell us a degenerate story. I don't want to be thinking about dead dogs right now. Just tell us something gross.
Kiko, let's beat a dead horse.
I almost got laid the other night.
Perfect.
Hell yeah.
How
Tell
did
us
you
more about,
almost get laid? Not fully get laid. How did you almost get laid?
Tell us about, how this related to... You got the fucking warranty.
Alright, so what had ended up happening was there was this random person who I somehow had on Snapchat. So me and this
Okay,
person
we're
were
off to a
talking.
good start here. Talking to random people about sex is always a good thing.
Oh no, we never talked about sex. The whole thing was just like, hey, how are you? How's your day? I hope everything's going good. Like getting to know each other bit by bit. And there, at one point, this girl was just like, hey, I want to hear you sing. I want to know like if you're able to sing. And I was like, no, my voice sucks. It's pure shit, and I can promise you, your ears will bleed.
Oh, you should have sent them my way. If you wanted someone who could sing, just be like, you know what? I can get my call. Let me call my brother Danny. He can sing with me, and we can fucking do a dynamite My Chemical Romance thing.
Fuck yeah.
Until we do it together. Or Rise
Yeah.
Against, actually. They killed Rise Against.
Ooh.
We did Savior.
Fantastic.
That was fucking awesome.
It was beautiful. And so,
Oh, by the way, sorry, I didn't
you're good.
mean to cut you off. Rise Against is coming back with a new album. Did you know that, Hobby?
They fucking released a new single. Did you see that?
I did. Not only did I see it, I heard it, and we're going to be playing it on Sunday's Q Connected.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm excited for a brand new Rise Against. Sorry. Totally random thing, Kiko. So,
You're
girl's
good.
talking to you, wants to hear you sing. You're like, what?
Yeah, so, all that happened, and I just pretty much told her, I was like, you know what, if you want to hear me sing, we might as well, like, hang out in person together and go on, like, on a cruise. 'Cause best chance you'll, like, actually hear me sing. And, she's like, yeah, I'm down to go on a cruise with you. And I was just like, is there any places that you want to kind of go to? Is there anywhere you want to eat? Like me being the gentleman, making sure like this girl's taken care of. And she's like, no. Like we can just like drive around El Paso. We can like you don't have to worry about getting me something to eat. I'll make sure I'll eat something heavy. And I was like, all right, cool. So about 2 weeks after we ended up planning this night of just cruising around town, we were just pretty much on the west side most of the time. And I told her,
didn't bother to say hi, you son of a bitch.
I was on a mission to get laid. My
No,
boys were dried.
Nah, trust me, dude, I understand, but listen, homie, if you on the west side, you could have at least said, hey man, I'm on your side, man. You could have at
True
least
shit.
said that.
I'll
But
keep that
I
in mind for
understand.
next
I
time.
understand why you did that. Trust me, I do. I don't like it, but I understand why. Keep going.
Alright. Thank you. I love you. So, it comes around like, I think the time was about 8 o'clock, and we're chilling on the lower part of Scenic. And so I tell this chick like, oh yeah, but I need to take off at this time. So do you need to take off at a certain time? And she was like, no, I don't have any time to I don't have a curfew or anything. And I was like, okay, cool. You don't mind if we chill until this time? And that was my only intention, was actually trying to chill. And then we got back to my area, to one of the parks that I like to, walk around, exercise. And me and this girl, like, we're talking, and I'm just like, oh, hey, do you mind if I, like, give you a hug or something? Because we talked, and, you know, she told me how she's only been in, like, one serious relationship, but it's, like, bad. Like, holy shit bad. Like, I don't want to speak about how bad it was, type of bad. Anyways. So, you know, like, I give her a hug. I comfort her. And then, after that, she started cuddling up against me. She looks up, she looks up at me. I look down at her. And, you know, we get very intimate. And we start doing the smooch. The smoochies. The kisses. And, from there, I would tell her, like, hey, if you want me to do something, let me know, because I don't want to disrespect you by doing something that you don't like. And then she's like, okay, well, the one thing that you can do is this. And, you know, she started moving her hand to move my hand into a very angled position on her legs, thighs. In her thighs. And, you know, pretty much time has passed. We passed the stage of, like, making out, and we were, like, full on trying to turn each other on. So I looked at the time, and I was just like, shit, it's almost time for me to go. And so I told her, you know what, let me walk you to your car, and from there we can, you know, maybe we can go ahead and take off. She and I carpooled for the cruise. She met up with me at the park, left her car there, and then, yeah, we did our cruise. So we continue talking, we continue laughing. She's a strong woman to give her kisses. And then things got very touchy-feely. And there's a lot of touchy. Physical. And so, pretty much, yeah, like, we were going at it, and she was like, oh man, you're gonna be like the second guy that I'm gonna do this with. And I was like, hold up a second. She's like, yeah, I've only been with one guy for 4 years. And I was like, oh shit, might as well be general. And like, you know, we're getting into that mood, and then we see like all these cop cars passing by this park, and I'm just like, fuck, we can't do anything if all these cops are around, because
trust me, I know.
Yeah.
I started getting Vietnam flashbacks. That one time I had sex in the car, the cops had to pull me over and be like, son, you know, you're not supposed to do that. Meanwhile, the female cop was like, ooh, girl, you're getting your freak on? That's what's up?
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I'm getting bitched out by the cop who's supposed to be doing his job and is doing his job.
Yeah, and, so yeah, you know, like, I froze up, and the girl was just like, don't worry, let me grind on you for a little bit more before we separate. And I was like, okay, you know, she's like filling up on me, I'm filling up on her, and we're about to get it on until it hit 10 o'clock. And I was like, oh no, the park's closed. There's a couple of cops nearby, because there was like something that happened in the nearby neighborhood. And then, yeah, so the girl was just like, I guess we're gonna have to wait for another day to finish what we started. And I was like, wait, what? No, don't tell me. She's like, yeah, you know, I have to go. I have a job and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh no. I feel like
you're gonna blue ball me right now when I'm fucking raring to go.
Yeah, dude, she fucking blue balled me hard. But I will admit this: I did make her. I did get her off.
Well, I was about to say, I mean, it doesn't sound like you're not, like, it's not gonna happen. You just gotta wait for it to happen.
Yeah, if it was like full on everything, you know, into force deal, yeah, that was gonna have to wait. But yeah, you know, I got to do some sneakies, and she was what is it? And she was very surprised that I was able to, you know, get her off with my cunning linguistics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We knew.
Get the euphemism.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
We get it. You're a cunning linguist, and we're also master debaters.
Yes.
Okay. We understand. We are in it.
Oh yeah. And then you know, every now and then, this chick will go ahead and send me like random photos, and I don't know if it's like just, you know, her smiling, you know, her showing off like her new clothes, or that nudes. We're not just talking nudes. We're talking about nudes. Almost like the whole the bear situation. It's not the bear. It's the bear. Anyways, yeah.
You're
So
not getting just a sneak peek. You're getting a first in-depth look on some future sites you're about to behold here.
Yes.
It's you're basically getting like a grand tour, and here we have the red carpet here. We have a nice curtain set up here. We also have a really nice dinner theater right here.
And
Very
if you
nice
look at the
buffet
back,
here that you will definitely enjoy at night. Very
and
good
if
for
you look
happy
out
hour.
those windows, you can see a set of mountains, very round and flat.
Yeah, you get a nice view of the Andes Mountains, and judging by the time of year, those are very nice snow caps too.
Yes.
Perfect for skiing and snowboarding.
Okay.
Anyway, so it doesn't sound like the story's. It sounds like the story's done for now,
For now.
but doesn't sound like the end of the story. So this seems like a to be continued story. So
Exactly.
I was getting the impression that this was like you almost got it, and then you're like, damn it, blue balled again. So this is a story in progress.
Exactly.
Not a it's you haven't reached completion yet. So okay.
Yeah, but that I just hated the whole like how she blue balled me.
I
It's
mean,
like,
sometimes the tease is what makes the final result even better, man.
you gotta play.
It's all about the foreplay. You know, you can't just go right in all willy-nilly. Sometimes you gotta lead up to that shit. Sometimes it's like when you're listening to a metal song, you know, like you can't just go into the breakdown. You gotta have that fucking build-up first. And then once the breakdown hits after the build-up, that's where the payoff is.
You know what song has a really good breakdown? Whatever
Which
It Takes
one?
by Imagine Dragons.
I will admit that wasn't going to be my first choice. I'll be completely honest.
You know, it was, I've been listening to that song a lot lately, so it's mine.
Hey, whatever floats
It's
your
not
boat,
Javi's
man.
first choice. Like,
My first choice is whatever I'm listening to at the moment.
think of another song with a good breakdown. Daniel, do you have any in mind?
I am actually trying to think of one like right now. There's a few. There's a bunch of like Bring Me to the Horizon songs that have some great breakdowns. Especially the one in Instinct Shadow Moses, where
Yeah.
Ollie, it gets heavy, and he just literally goes, fuck! And it just breaks down right there. I don't know why I love that simple fuck right before. I think it's just, I think it's the hilarity factor of all the things to say before a breakdown. That's what you're gonna go with? Alright. Dang, that fucking works. It's cool. A lot of Asking Alexandria songs too have like breakdowns, like early Asking Alexandria. I'm talking about like 2009. Or Job for a Cowboy.
But I think I was asking Alexandria song about my ex-wife. Pretty much said, "Hey, this reminds me of you," and the song was not very loving. It was more of a, I hate you. So this song reminds me of why I hate you.
Was it In the Dark? Oh wait, no, that's not. Wrong band.
Let me see if I can find it.
You know what? I think if we're gonna talk about breakdowns, you gotta go with the OG Pantera. Because arguably one of the first breakdowns in a metal song was Domination from Cowboys to Hell. And it was right after the guitar solo. It just starts like slowing down, and it goes to like this halftime, very aggressive that has like that setup of what a lot of metal songs do for a breakdown, and it's just so aggressive in your fucking face. So it's not what you'd expect for a normal build-up, but it's definitely got the foundation and layout for a lot of breakdowns that I think a lot of metal artists have to give respect to.
I think it was asking Alexandria.
I'll be honest, I'm starting to get a little tired. It's been a long day.
Understandable. I mean, we can call it about here.
And if I find it,
As the last minute fucking topics and things.
Yeah.
For now, I am busy lighting motherfuckers on fire.
oh, dude, I'm trying to figure out the name of this song. I have the beat, and I know like a partial lyric.
What's the lyric?
Partial lyric.
Yeah, what's the lyric? Maybe we can help out.
Cause it's like, what's so good about picking up the pieces? Here we go. Found it. Oh, it wasn't Asking Alexandria. It was Pierce the Veil. Caraphernalia.
My man had the fucking entire ass wrong band.
Hey man, I don't listen to Pierce the Veil nor Asking Alexandria as much. But yeah, my ex-wife dedicated that song to me because according to her, I would like fucking shatter her and I wouldn't like pick up the pieces, which was pretty much admitting my mistake and all that shit. And yeah, I cannot listen to that song without remembering her, which really fucking sucks, because it's like, what if I want to give this band a try?
So that band's forever tainted.
Yes.
For you. That's a shame, because there are some songs from Pierce the Veil that are like, yeah, I fucks with this.
I think I have like 2 Pierce the Veil songs in my playlist.
I had King for a Day. I had Carphanelia.
King for a Day is definitely the one.
Dude,
Yeah.
I used to love listening to King for a Day.
Also, Bulls in the Bronx too. That's a good one.
I would love to listen to more of the music. I'm slowly getting out of that like tainted, mindset. But it's just anytime Paraphernalia comes on, it reminds me, it's like, fuck. Now I can't listen to these guys anymore until.
I understand. God damn it, Kiko.
Blame the Taco Bell.
I was literally about to say, I understand, because like my ex was a huge Nightwish fan, so like I like their music, but it's like I can't listen to their music without thinking about that, and it's like, damn it, like I can't really listen to you guys the same anymore.
Yeah.
Because now it's like it's connected to my ex, and it's a shame too, because like seeing them in concert was pretty fucking dope. It was one of the concerts at Tricky Falls, and they were there with Sabaton, and it was awesome. This is actually when they had the upper level up there open. You know,
Yeah.
you can actually go to the bar. Yeah, I was able to see them from up there. It was really cool. Could have been down there, but we still got a pretty good vantage point of all the bands that are playing there from up there. So, yeah, this is fine. This is good.
I mean, nice because, the view and where you were.
Yeah.
Not nice because,
I can't listen to Nightwish as much anymore.
Yeah.
I know. But it's alright, It is what it is. I don't think I have any more topics for today. I really had, nothing else to say. I didn't have anything to bring up. I was just vibing.
Yeah, I was just going with the flow on this one.
I think I've murdered enough orcs for now. I didn't get my trophy. I'm sad.
You'll get it. You'll get that fucking trophy.
I mean, the issue with this trophy is I have to get an orc to level 20. And so I had an orc that I was just getting him to kill me over and over again. And I was power leveling. I'm like, okay, other orcs go to war with this motherfucker. We're gonna lose. And I got him to level 16. Fucking one of his orcs killed him.
No.
And I'm like, fuck. So I had to start all over again with another one.
Damn, that sucks.
Truly. The saddest of days. Anyways, spokojnej noci.